Hello, 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 everyone. Please, absolutely. Please share with us where you're joining from and let us know how was your first week in the chat. Let us know. The kickoff link. Yeah, so it should be inside your portal. I know for certain it's on YouTube because I saw it there about 5 minutes ago. But every session is within the unitmasters.org portal. Once you sign up, you can sign in and then you can search back. Yeah, the kickoff session is there. So if you go inside of the portal, you go to you sign in. On the left-hand side, there's going to be products. You're going to click on cohort 15. And if you scroll up before the learning modules start, there is a welcome to Unit Masters cohort 15. And then there's another section that says schedules, speakers, and recordings. And the kickoff session is there. Welcome, everyone. Please let us know where you are. Awesome, you got it, perfect. Please let us know where you are joining us from. Please let us know your city, your state, your country. Let us know how this first week has been for you. I do want to encourage everyone to join a study group. My name is Melanie. I am a study group lead coordinator. And if you are interested in being a study group lead, Prey is going to drop the links now for you to complete the information. There is a orientation video to watch, and then there is an interest form to complete. If you want to join a study group, there's another link. If there are study group leads on
it's 11 o'clock.
My computer does that every hour. If you want to join a study group, if there's study group leads on the call, please introduce yourself. Let people know the location, the date and time of your class, and then the clickable Telegram link so they can join your study group. It's really important to let them know the date and time because this will highly determine if they are able to join your group. So today is our demo session. So every Friday we have a demo session, and we are going to hear from Mabel today, Mabel from SubWallet. She is currently a business development executive, and she is super excited about the people's enthusiasm about learning and sharing Web3 information is what fuels Mabel's passion. Her goal is to leverage her knowledge and her skills in making Web3 more accessible. So Mabel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, hi Melanie. Thank you for the introduction.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So should I just start right away or?
Absolutely, you can definitely get started.
Okay, awesome. Please give me a second to share the screen. So, okay, I think. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, let me give this in full screen. Okay, hi everyone. I am Mabel. I am really grateful to be returning to Unit Masters to do another session about crypto wallets and how to get on board into Web3. So I think before I get into crypto wallets, I'm going to introduce you guys a little bit about Web3, what is Web3, and what are dApps, and then we're going to move forward to the crypto wallet. So what is Web3? Basically, it is a blockchain integrated internet where cryptocurrencies and NFTs are built into the platforms that you use. So for example, I think we can all see that from Web 1, we can see that it's all fixed web pages. So what you can do is you can read and you can maybe download information from the web page. And it is run on an open source protocol. And when we moved to Web 2, everything became more interactive. So you can upload content, you can download content, but the Web 2 is dominated by a very few platforms or corporations, right? So that is why we need Web 3, because when we advance to Web 3, we can keep the advantage of all the functionalities of Web 2, but we can also shift the internet ownership back into the user's hand. So, what is a dApp? A dApp is basically just a decentralized application. So it is an application that exists on a blockchain rather than just one single computer, which is how it is completely free from the control of any single authority, right? So in order to interact with Web3 and especially dApps, you're going to need a crypto wallet. A crypto wallet is basically, it can be a software program or it can be a physical device, and it allows you to track your crypto balances, to send or receive crypto transactions. And with crypto wallets, you can interact with dApps, and also Web3, and just manage all your Web3 transactions. So I want you to note that for a crypto wallet, the crypto assets themselves are not stored inside any wallet. The crypto assets are stored on a blockchain, and what a crypto wallet does is that it provides kind of a gateway or an interface for you to manage your assets. So, for example, transferring it or moving it elsewhere. So, when we talk about crypto wallet, the most important thing that you have to remember is the private key and the public key. So the public keys are derived from a private key, and it acts as like a wallet address for your wallet. So you can actually have various public keys acting as various different addresses for your one wallet. You can give out these public addresses to receive tokens to your wallet. But for private key, it is unique for every wallet. And I will talk into more details later about private keys and how you keep them secure. But basically, anyone who has access to the private key of a wallet can take control of the asset balance. So there's actually two categories of wallets. There's the software wallet, or as we also call the hot wallet. These can be browser extensions or web apps or mobile apps. And for this type of wallet, your private key is going to be stored online, but it is super easy for people to send, receive crypto, interact with the apps using a software wallet. And for hardware wallet or cold wallet, it is usually a physical device that can be plugged into a computer. So for this one, your private keys are going to be kept in a offline or a cold storage. So it is actually more secure to keep your assets on a hardware wallet. But in order to interact with a computer or the app, most hardware wallets are going to need to do that by using a web interface, a web-based interface, an app, or a software wallet. So that leads us to sub-wallets. So basically what sub-wallet is it is a non-custodial hot wallet that is built on the substrate framework. And by non-custodial, it just means that sub-wallet isn't hosted by another third party. So users are the only one with access to their accounts and their data, and of course their private keys. So we are actually, we provide multi-chain wallet solutions for the Polkadot ecosystem, but also Substrate ecosystem and even Ethereum ecosystem. And we really strive to become a more user-friendly gateway so that users can get on board into Web3 and especially Polkadot. So we are actually also the first wallet in the ecosystem to have both a browser extension and a mobile app. So you can have a more comprehensive experience of using Subwallet across multiple devices. And Subwallet has been funded 3 times by the Polkadot Treasury, and we also finished the Substrate Builders program. We are currently also a key member of this program. And about the features, basically with Subwallet, you can do everything that you should be able to do with a crypto wallet. You can monitor your multi-chain access balance. You can send and receive your tokens. You can go onto a DApp and then log into the DApp via a Subwallet account and verify your transactions there. You can manage your portfolio, and you can also handle and transfer your NFTs. We also support in-app staking for about 25 networks, and we're going to raise that number by a lot more. You can also track your crowd loan activities if you have contributed to a crowd loans before. And we also have the built-in XEM transfer features, which is supported for over 50 channels. And we're adding new ones constantly. In the Subwallet, you can also buy crypto from fiat. You can simply click the receive button and choose to buy crypto, and then choose the tokens that you want to buy from, and then a fiat provider. And we are also compatible with MetaMask, and we support EVM access. So for example, if you have a MetaMask account before, you can simply import your MetaMask account into Subwallet using a private key or a seed phrase, which is for MetaMask, basically the secret recovery phrase, or also a JSON file. Okay. Up until now, we have added support for over 150 networks, including Substrate networks, EVM networks such as Ethereum, Binance, and all networks in the Octopus network from the NEAR ecosystem. Excuse me. And we plan to support more blockchains in the future. So one thing that is worth noticing about Subwallet is that we really prioritize user privacy and user privacy and user security. So we support hardware wallets. You can find options to connect your ledger device, or via QR signer, you can attach your parity signer or keystone, which is a cold wallet. And we are 100% non-custodial, so we don't track any user activities or user data. And of course, your private keys and your generated passwords are yours only. And we are also 100% open source, so everything can be tracked. Our development activities, what we have done, what we have built can be tracked via our source code and our GitHub. So in terms of tractions, by consistently improving our features and adding more support for new tokens, new chains, subwallet, by the end of 2022, we have had about 35,000 organic installs without any paid marketing. From over 100 countries, we have about 25,000 weekly active users as of December 2022. And until now, the number has gone up to, I think, about 50,000 installs and 34,000 weekly active users. So as promised, from earlier, we're going to go a little bit more in depth into the crypto wallets and keys. So like I mentioned before, there's the public keys and there's the private keys. So these two relate to each other, right? So the public key is mainly used to encrypt data, and it can be shared with anyone, as the name suggests. But the private keys is has to stay really secure, because it is used for the decryption of data. So you have to keep it really private. So to imagine the flow, you can think of it as this. Let me also show it on subwallet, maybe. So so here, as you can see, on different chains, you can have various public keys acting as various addresses for your one wallet. So you can, for example, by clicking this, you can copy your public key or your wallet address, and then you can use it to maybe receive or request transactions for the tokens that exist on this blockchain, or on other blockchains, depending on what you're trying to do. So in order to spend these assets, however, you will have to digitally sign a transaction using your private keys. So when you create, here's an example of the public keys. So when you create a new account, for example, on subwallet, you're going to get a unique private key that is auto-generated for you. So this allows you to manage your wallet account, manage your crypto assets, and for example, when you do so on subwallet, you will also receive this series of words, which is usually in 12 or 24 words. That is a seed phrase or a secret recovery phrase. So for this, you must write these down precisely in the order that you were provided with, and then store it really securely, because when anyone who gets access to your seed phrase can also access your crypto assets and your crypto balance. So I think the best way to store a secret a private keys or a secret recovery phrase would be to write it down on a piece of paper and store it somewhere safely, because keeping your seed phrase on digital devices or like Google Cloud, Google Drive, and desktop mobiles can be a little risky, because these are provided by Web2 corporations. So there's a chance that your data is still being collected. So yeah, so also generally when you interact with Web3 and the Web3 universe, you also need to really kind of keep your guards up for scams, because Web3, anonymity can be taken advantage of. So remember to never trust, always verify. It is super important to do your own research on people, on the apps, on websites, to see whether they are legit or not. And so as a wallet, what we can do to also support you with this is that is by integrating a phishing list. So we have integrated the Polkadot.js phishing list. As you can see here, it is basically a list of websites or wallet addresses that has been flagged by the community as having the potential of being a scam. So by integrating this, and also in the future, we will integrate the Polkadot Alliance phishing list, and also other lists to keep our users away from scams as much as we can. So basically, when you go on Subwallet and you try to access a DApp via Subwallet, and that DApp had been flagged as a scam before, there's going to be a little warning that the DApps that you are accessing is not safe. Or when you try to send your assets to a wallet address that that has been listed in this phishing list, then Subwallet is also going to give you a warning that this address has been flagged by the community before. So I think I'm going to demonstrate a little bit about how to use Subwallet. Basically, our extension and mobile apps are all available on Play stores, or if you want, you can go to the Subwallet website, which is subwallet.app, and then go to download, which will and then you will see all the options to download Subwallet listed here for you. And when you click, for example, I'm going to click download on Brave. It's going to forward me to the web store, and then I can download it like any other browser extension. And it's going to show up here. Yeah. In order to demonstrate this more clearly, I think I'm going to switch to another browser that has a new Subwallet. Okay, so for example, I've on this browser, I've only downloaded Subwallet just like a few seconds before this session. And so this is the first interface that you're going to see when you download Subwallet. You can choose to, for example, create a new account here. Click on an option, which is basically here, if you want to choose a Substrate account or a Polkadot native account, you can click here. If you want an EVM account, which is compatible with Ethereum, Binance account, you can click here, and then you can create both a Substrate and an EVM account. And here you're going to be given a seed phrase. Please note that this is a demo, so I'm not going to use this wallet, so that's why I'm showing it on the demo. But for you, when you receive a generated seed phrase, you have to basically hide it from everyone and write it down safely, securely. So okay, so I can click, I have saved my mnemonic seed safely, and then click next step. And here I can create a new password for my account, for example, and then add the account with the generated seed. Okay, so on Subwallet, you have the option to turn on whatever networks that you want to use. For example, Ethereum, Western, Binance, Moonbeam, A-Star, and you can also change it anytime here in the custom network section. And So here you're going to have all your chains or your assets balance listed for you. Your accounts can be viewed here. This is my substrate and my EVM account. So yeah, that's basically very few steps of how you open a brand new sub-wallet account. Okay, let me switch back. You can also have the option to import an existing account. So just click in this logo on the top right, and then there's the import from seed phrase option. You can import from a private key option. You can even import from QR code, which is actually my favorite way to kind of like connect my sub-wallet extension and my mobile app. And yeah, I think I can demonstrate here. So for example, I'm not sure if you can see it, so let me know if you can't. So for example, this is my sub-wallet mobile app. Let me check if this can be seen. So yeah, so what you can do to import your account into sub-wallet via QR code is that you just click, sorry. Okay, sorry, give me a second. Okay, so on the top part here, you're going to see the wallet account name. You click on there and you get a list of accounts that you have imported into this device. And for example, if I want to export this demo account, I can click on the three little dots next to his name. I can export the QR signer to a change that I want, and then on the browser extension, I can click import account via QR code, scan it. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so amazing that my computer has to betray me at this moment. Okay, give me. Okay, just a few seconds to recreate. Okay, let me try exporting from the browser extension. Okay, similar process. Click export account. On the extension, you're going to have to write down your password. Click QR. Okay, and on the mobile app, like I said, click here to receive a list of account. You can click add a new account here. Choose to import via QR code. And then here's the screen, and you're going to scan it. And here is what is going to show on the mobile app. You can see that there's the account address that you just exported and imported into the mobile. And you can enter your password and then click import accounts. Wait a few seconds, and that's basically how you import an account on sub-wallet via QR signer. Okay, so the process is similar between browser extension and the mobile app. I think I can also, in the last session, I did a live demonstration of sending a token with Alexandro, but I'm not sure if he's in this session, so maybe I should just demonstrate sending a transaction via from across my account. Okay. So for example, here you can see on my my test account here, there is currently no dot. And for example, if I want to receive one from another account, I can go to the sending account. Sorry, my internet connection is a bit slow right now. And then I click send here. And usually, okay, hold on. So let me go to the receiving account again. Okay, so you have the receiving account and you want to receive dot, for example. You're going to click the little icon here, like I mentioned, to copy your wallet address. And then on the sending account, maybe the sender, for example, will click send here and they can paste your wallet account into this section. And then you will see the balance of the sender, the balance of the receiver, and then I can click the amount that I want to send. For example, I want to send one dot, and I can enter it here, and I click make transaction, and then I will have to enter my password, hit confirm. And here it is, the transaction is successful. So if you want to view the whole transaction details on Subscan, you can click view transactions, which will lead you to a Subscan page where your transaction details has been recorded. Or if not, you can go to Subwallet and go to the transfer section here, and it will record your previous your transfer history, basically. So if I go to the my receiving account, I will see that there should be one dot here that has just been freshly transferred from the other account. So yeah, that's basically how you send and receive tokens. The process is quite familiar with NFTs. You can click on an NFTs, and then there's going to be a send button here. You hit send, you choose the account that you want to send to, and then you just finish the whole process like how you've done it with tokens. Wait for the transaction. And yeah, once it's done, you can go back to home. You can see that from the sending account, the NFT is no longer here. And on the receiving account, there should be, here it is, the NFT that you have just transferred from your other account. So in terms of staking, we have, like I said, added support for about 25 networks in terms of staking. So I can demonstrate that, I think, on Elexiro testnet. Okay, so for example here, please remember that if you do not see the network, you can always click custom network and find your network here, turn it on, hit done, and then go back and you should see it right on your screen. So for example, if I want to stake some T0 into the Elexiro testnet, you can see that I have staked some T0 here before, so I should hit the 3 dots here, click stake more. Then I can select a validator of my choice. There should be information about each validator listed here. I can click start staking. And then hit next, enter my wallet password, hit confirm. And yeah, when it's successful, you can see the amount that I've staked have gone up by 100 T0. And when you go back into the main, the crypto section, then my balance for Elexiro has, for the transferable balance, it has gone down 100 T0, and locked balance has gone up. So yeah, so that's basically it. Okay. For more instructions, you can always go to the documents on our website. And for more details, guideline or more detailed support, you can always go on our support channels on the Subwallet Discord, and we also have community channels on Telegram. So yeah, thank you for listening to my presentation.
Thank you, Mabel, for that incredible overview of Subwallet. That was a lot of amazing information and a lot of useful information. So we do want to allow students to ask questions. So if you raise your hand, we can unmute you and allow you to ask your questions yourself. If you can. Is there any questions?
Yeah, I can always send the slides back to maybe Melanie and so or Alexandra, so you guys can send to your study group.
Yeah, there was a lot of information. Again, in case anyone missed it in the beginning, these demo sessions are live streamed. They will be in your portal. The one from Thursday is already currently in your portal. The one from today is available immediately on YouTube. So we know this is information that should be viewed a few times. If you're not familiar, that may have been a bit overwhelming, but you have many opportunity to watch it again. Any questions? Okay, no questions in the chat. If someone can't raise their hand, you can write that you have a question in the chat.
Okay, let me also check. I see a question, I think, from Asa. I think they asked if one wallet can have more than one public key. Then yes, it can have more than one public key. So for example, on Subwallet, because we support multiple networks, so for each network, you can have a different public keys that act as a different wallet address. So for example, if you want to receive access for your Polkadot network, you can use your Polkadot wallet address. And if you want to receive one for A-Star, for example, you can use your A-Star wallet address. I think one is, yeah.
Someone asked, what's a wallet versus Subwallet?
I'm sorry, can you repeat? I think I lost.
Isaac or Arup asked, what's a wallet versus Subwallet?
Subwallet is a wallet. So Subwallet is a non-custodial hot wallet. Like I mentioned before, for the crypto wallets, there's the hot wallet or the software wallet, and then there's the cold wallet, which is also the hardware wallet. Then Subwallet is basically just a type of hot wallet that can help users manage their access from multiple chains and transfer their access and also access the apps and all the other features that I mentioned.
Awesome. Khan, you have your hand raised. Can you ask your question? You can speak. I don't believe you're muted. I don't see a mute button on your.
All right. Okay. The question is it for me or is it for somebody called Karan?
No, for you. I'm just saying.
Thanks, Mabel. It was actually a good demonstration, but I think a tad too fast for somebody. I mean, I am actually getting immersed into blockchain for the last couple of years. So do you have some kind of a demonstration video? Because the slides might not make sense without your commentary backing them up. That's what I understand. Even if you see the recordings, do you have some kind of a demonstration video or some kind of a freemium or a non-login kind of a mode where you could go through this and see, because that might be helpful, honestly. There's too much happening, actually.
Yeah, cool. So were you able to see my demonstration at all earlier?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course I was.
Is there a particular section that you wanted to rewatch for me to redo? Maybe creating a new account, maybe importing account, transferring, or yeah. Which one do you? Yeah.
No, I think the interplay between the wallets and linking with the other assets on the blockchain.
You mean importing an account from my mobile app to the browser extension?
Right, exactly. Especially how does it work with the hard wallets and the soft wallets? Yeah.
The hardware wallet. Yeah. So what I just did earlier was importing from the sub wallet mobile app, which is still a hard wallet, but it is a mobile app. Yeah. If you via QR signer. So for hardware wallet, we support Ledger and Keystone. So for Ledger, you have it looks like a USB, right? So you can plug in via plug into your computer and access from there. And for Keystone, you can use a QR code like I demonstrated earlier, but it's going to look a bit different because the device is going to be the Keystone device. For this, we do have a tutorial on our YouTube channel that I can send to you. Please give me a second. On
that
how
might be nice. That kind of answers some of my question, part of it at least, yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat?
No, I said, yeah, that might be nice if you could send the YouTube channel link. That should be able to answer most of my question. Yeah. Okay,
awesome. Yeah, so the QR signer is just like what I've demonstrated earlier, but this is going to show you how to use the QR signer login with the specific co-wallet, which is Keystone. Okay, let me copy the link and send it in the group chat. Okay.
And there's something else which is not related, and I will find it, is this morning I forgot my MetaMask password and I don't know what the phrase is. So is there a way out of this?
Okay. So
am I done?
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, because for crypto wallets, the whole point of it is that no one else have access to your wallet but you. So I'm really sorry to hear this.
I should be able to find it. I'm normally diligent and smart enough not to do something stupid, but yeah.
Try to remember your password. Yeah, we all. I'm sure we all wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for your question.
We may have had one other question. What is the full meaning of EVM network? What is the difference between the EVM network and the other networks we have?
Okay, so I think I'll start with EVM. So EVM, by definition, is the Ethereum virtual machine. But so it is like a kind of a technology that acts like a middleman, so that smart contracts on the Ethereum network can connect with each other But usually when people say EVM, they just mean Ethereum themselves. So Ethereum is a blockchain ecosystem, and they have their own type of standard there, and it can be understood as the EVM standard. So usually different blockchains can communicate with each other, right? So with EVM networks and EVM access, they use the same EVM standard so they can communicate with each other. And so how does that relate back to Polkadot? So if we're speaking in terms of history, then the founder of Polkadot is Gavin Wood. He is also the co-founder and CTO of Ethereum. And so when he left to create Polkadot, he kind of envisioned Polkadot to ultimately become a multi-chain, and so that it can connect and communicate with other blockchain ecosystems. And so basically for now, Polkadot has been able to communicate with Ethereum via a few channels, I guess, because two of the biggest blockchain on Polkadot that is also Ethereum compatible, which just means that it can communicate with EVM standard, are A-Star and Moonbeam, and these two are able to, and other EVM chains on Polkadot are able to help projects or the apps that are built on it communicate and interact with the EVM ecosystem, if that makes sense. And Polkadot itself and Parity, which is the company behind the technology of Polkadot, is also doing various things to help Polkadot interact, just give Polkadot more ways and more methods to interact and communicate with the Ethereum ecosystem or EVM. And so because Subwallet has supported both the substrate, which is the Polkadot native side of the ecosystem, and the EVM side of the ecosystem. So if you use Subwallet, you will be able to manage both the EVM access and the substrate or Polkadot native access on one wallet. So I think it is a bit hard to explain, but for example, if you see MetaMask, on MetaMask, you can only manage EVM access. You cannot manage, Polkadot access like DOT, Kusama on MetaMask, right? There's only Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, and EVM chains like Moonbeam, like A-Star EVM. But for Subwallet, you can manage both the EVM access, which is Ethereum, Binance, blah, 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 and also the substrate access, if that makes sense. Yeah. So let me know if that question, if that answered your question. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have time for one more question? Or?
Yes. Okay, I think I can do that.
Goodman asked, what's unique about Polkadot as compared to Ethereum blockchain?
Okay. This is also going to be a little complex. Okay, so how did I say it? So like I said, the co-founder and CTO of Ethereum, Gavin Wood, were actually the one to create Polkadot. And he did that to make with a vision to make Polkadot, multi-chain, and also to solve a thing called the blockchain trilemma, which is a problem in the blockchain world. And people say that you can only get 2 out of 3 things, which is scalability, security, and decentralization. So Polkadot was going to solve that problem. So for Ethereum, there's only Ethereum itself is like a layer 1 blockchain. So on Ethereum, there are dApps, there are other projects that can be built on Ethereum. But for Polkadot acts like a layer 0 blockchain. So on Polkadot, there can be A-Star, there can be Moonbeam, there can be ListenTree, and other layer 1 blockchains. So each layer 1 blockchain itself can have like a whole ecosystem like Ethereum, what Ethereum has. And so on each layer 1 blockchain, there's also dApps projects that are built on each of those, so that the Polkadot layer on the bottom will provide what it will do is that it provides security and decentralization, and on it, the layer 1 blockchain is going to work on scalability. So that, on theory, is how you can solve the blockchain trilemma with the Polkadot ecosystem.
Thank you for that, Mabel. Any final questions, or we're gonna wrap things up?
Yeah, I know that the blockchain technology can be really confusing, especially for new beginners. So as I said before, we have community groups, we have support channels. And if you guys have any questions about using Subwallet or, transferring access or anything, just you're always welcome to hop onto our community channels and ask questions there.
Thank you so much for that, Mabel. I'm not sure if Rogama is on or anyone else from the Unit Masters team. Is there any final announcement that you would like to make to the community?
Yeah, I am here. Great session. Just a moment, I'll be turning on my camera.
Mabel,
Okay.
I do just want to say thank you so much. That was incredible. It was, of course, a ton of information, but super useful. And thank you so much for sharing with us.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I really admire what you're trying to do with Unit Masters. So it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, Mabel, and thank you so much, Melanie. I guess that's the end of the session, but before we leave, I just wanted to remind the student that the forms are open to claim your certificates for Module 1. So please go ahead, and if you're sharing, please use the hashtag UnitMasters. That's very important to help us track and engage with your posts. Thank you so much, Melanie. Great session, please.
Can we confirm the deadline for the modules and share that if they do not turn it in on Sunday by the deadline that they would?
Yeah. So the deadline is 11 p.m. this Sunday, 26th of March, right? And so please note that we are not saying that you can't claim your certificate after the first week. We're saying that if you want to have your certificates minted by Wednesday of the next week, which is week 2, you should submit your claim by this first week's deadline, right? And every other submissions or claims made for Module 1 certificates after Sunday, 11 p.m. UTC will only be reviewed and be treated after the bootcamp. That's after week 6. So the earlier you send in your claims, the better, right? But we're not pressuring you, right? We're not saying you won't get it. We're saying if you submit early, you get your certificates early. So thank you, Melanie. I think that's all from my side.
Thank you all. That is it. Week 1 is concluded. Thank you all, and see you next week.
Bye, everyone.